Hey there. So I know that you're thinking about moving to Utah, and moving is one of the most stressful things that you can possibly do in your life. I want to make it easier on you, so I've created a few little tips and tricks, and make sure you stick around till tip number 5, because that's probably one of the most important things that I have on the list. And here are the tips. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Greg Spackman. I'm with the Living in Salt Lake City channel. And if you're wanting to learn everything about what it's like to live, eat, sleep, and play here in Salt Lake City, then please subscribe to this channel. We have been getting a ton of people that are reaching out to us about relocating here to Salt Lake City, and we love it. So if that's you, please give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We have your back when you're moving here to Salt Lake City, Utah. So I've put together this list of a few things that'll make things easier for you, and here they are. So number one, probably one of the biggest things that you can do to make your life much easier when moving is to hire professional movers. Now, you may not need to hire them to actually drive your truck. Like you can hire, rent a U-Haul or something, depending upon how many things you're going to have. However, hiring a professional mover will definitely make things much, much easier on you. They know how to pack the truck really, really well. They can pack it so that the least amount of things of yours are broken, because everybody knows when you move, certain things are going to get broken no matter how much care you take in it. It's just a matter of how many things are going to get broken. They also could potentially drive your truck. Like when we moved from California, I think it was like 10 years ago, to Tennessee, we hired Mayflower. We did 3 or 4 quotes my wife had come in and give us a full estimate, and they were like the middle of the road. So we kind of didn't want to go with the cheapest place, but we definitely didn't want to go with the most expensive place. I don't know how much Mayflower is now, but they worked out great for us. It took them, I think, 4 days to drive our stuff across the US, and we got there the same day they did. And I want to say very few things, if anything, was scratched or broken. Wasn't a big deal to where we were mad at Mayflower. So all in all, that was excellent for us. It definitely took all the load off of me from having to load the truck and then drive the truck. However, we just moved from Tennessee to Utah a year and a half ago, and this time we decided to rent a U-Haul. Just due to cost. It was, I think the U-Haul was something like $1,700 to come that direction. And then whatever fuel was, which fuel was really expensive since it got crappy mileage when the truck was full. However, we did hire professional movers to help load the truck and unload the truck, which made things much, much nicer. We had everything boxed or in bins, and we were ready to roll. And we were just running dollies out and helping the movers get dollies, and then they would pack the truck and everything else. And I think they started at somewhere around like 8:30. They were done by 2. Then it took us around 2 hours to clean the house after, since we were kind of cleaning as they went, the upstairs first and then the downstairs. But all in all, I would highly recommend that you hire professional movers. That would be my tip number 1. Number 2 goes right along with the moving side, and that's to get your supplies and to get them ahead of time. So we recommend that you look on Facebook Marketplace for people that have moving boxes that will give them to you for free. We recommend you ask your real estate agent for if they can help you find some boxes. Just post on your Facebook saying that you need moving boxes. You can also drive behind the different stores and pick up boxes. You can save a ton of money by not buying the boxes. I want to say when we moved from Tennessee to Utah that we probably bought 20 or 30 boxes total, and we bought the heavy duty boxes so that they wouldn't rip apart, and you could also stack stuff on top of them. That's another pro tip, is to make sure that you have the heavy duty boxes. If you buy the crappy boxes or have the crappier boxes and you stack heavier stuff on top of it, it just crumples the boxes and can wreck what's in your stuff. So when you have the opportunity, just if you start collecting them early, you won't have a problem as far as that goes, packing and stuff. Tape wise, I don't have a solution for tape. We bought our tape at Lowe's, and we just used the 3M packing tape. We wanted to not use the cheap stuff because then we were afraid that like the tape will come off, and when the moving truck does get warm, depending upon what time of year you're moving, so the tape can come off the boxes if you don't buy the good stuff. My number 3 tip is to make sure you choose the right location of where you're going to be living. And hopefully you've had a conversation with me and I've helped you find that right place. But we want to make sure that if you're going to be working in downtown, that your commute to downtown is what you want it to be. We don't want you to end up with an hour commute when you don't like driving an hour. However, if you love driving an hour and then you wanted to get a property that with more yard, then that definitely would be something that we would talk about. But we want to make sure that you are close to things that you need to be close to. So say you travel a lot for work or just pleasure, and you don't want to be that far from the airport. So we need to make sure that we place you in an area where you can get to that quickly as well. We want to make sure if you're a skier or a snowboarder, or you want to get access to the mountains, that we have you in an area where it's close to get to the mountains. We don't want to put you west, super far west, to where every time you have to go, say you want to go hiking in the mountains, and then it's an hour and 20-minute drive to go hiking, where it's not going to be as accessible, where you should have maybe talked to us and had us help pick you in an area that's closer to that. We just want to make sure like you're doing those sorts of things. Also, if you have family in the area, how far away do you want to be from them? Like myself, we want to be no more than about 15 or 20 minutes, but we definitely don't want to be like 1 or 2 minutes away from family. We like them close. We just don't want them that close to us as far as that goes, but you may want them on the same street. We need to know that if you have family or friends that live in the area and you want to be close to them. So choosing the right location is really important, and it's one of the major things that we want to help you so that you're really liking the area that you picked, and possibly you don't have to move again. One other thing that you should make note of: please pack all your important documents in something that you carry with you in the car. And then while you're driving, that backpack or bag or briefcase or whatever goes inside your hotel room, you need to keep all of that stuff handy, from copies of your lease to anything that you might need when you get to your new home. You want to make sure you have all of that readily and available. So like if you're a marriage license, in case you need that for some reason, you have your documents, if you needed your passports, all of that stuff is just in there. Birth certificates, etc., are all inside of that thing, so that you have that readily available in case you need it when you get to Utah. And I guess number 5 on my list is probably the most important thing, and that's that you reach out to us. Please give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd love to help you making that move here to the Utah area, and we want to make it as smooth and easy as possible on you. Since we just did the move a year and a half ago, I'm super familiar with everything that you're going to need to do to get here to Utah, what you're going to need, the power companies, everything you're going to need to get set up. I can help you with that, and I would love to help you. So until next time, I'm out.